Hi, it's Lawrence Pena, run Mosaic Workshops, and I'm just going on to give you another little bit of an update with the patterns. I've been going since about 5 this morning on this. Um, what I've been finding is these patterns. I'm redoing the geometric patterns. I'm redoing the instructions for them, and this is just the drawing out of them. So if you want to learn how to draw these patterns, um, because I'm redoing them because what you need to do, you need to have a set of principles that you work with. So every single pattern that you do, you're using the same principles. You're not learning a new method for each one. It starts with what you look at. When you stand in front of a Roman mosaic or sort of wall or floor, whatever, a geometric mosaic, you want to be looking at it in a certain way. You want to be looking at them all in that way to be able to discern what the pattern is, then what the geometry is. When you're working out geometric pattern, don't start with the geometry. Start with a pattern. The pattern is the important thing. The pattern is what you're looking for. The geometry is something that comes later. Because if you do this work, if you do the mosaic work, you can actually do the mosaic without understanding the geometry. You just need to know what the pattern is. That is quite easy to learn. But for this one, this is the drawing. So past about an hour and a half, I've been working on this one, which is the someone's not with an interwoven square. It's quite a simple one. It's a very simple one. I had originally done it like this, and this is just four, but it's actually 3 steps there. It's now gone to 9 steps, but it's simpler. So more steps, but it's been broken down because the thing that I found here, you can see up here on this piece, it got too complicated in that you were having to what's the word? It's the way it was being set up was too weak. Basically, it needed to be something. It needed a framework which was a lot more rigid, a lot more easier to interpret. So, as I say, it all starts from when you look at the mosaic, when you look at the pattern in the first place, and you need to know what you're looking for. You look at it in a certain way. Every pattern, every Roman geometric pattern, you will look at it in the same way, and that will make it faster for you to be able to understand and to be able to break it down. And then when you do, if you're doing this, if you want to learn how to draw them out, then you'll be working the same way. So every time you do one pattern, it's giving you more experience for the other ones. So you just keep compounding, and then it's a bit like cooking in that you eventually you don't need the menu, you don't need the recipe for them, because you just can carry on and make them up for yourself. You stand in front of these patterns, you see these patterns, and you can sketch them out. You don't need a compass, you don't need anything else, but you can sketch them out because you're seeing them in a certain way. I mean, these sheets, they should be available later on today in the shop. They teach you using rulers, using a compass, just so you get an idea. So you can use them for drawing out a mosaic. You can use them if you just want the drawing exercise for the sake of itself. But it is still the same. I will still be asking you to look at these patterns in a certain way, and the more you do that, the more you move away from needing the instructions, and the more you get closer to the point where you can look at a pattern and start to just break it down yourself. So that's what's been going on. It's now 3:45 GMT. Today I will most likely be coming back on anywhere between 5 and 7 this evening, and just going through everything that's in the pack there, and how you can get hold of a copy for yourself. Thanks.